'Tis I. Hey everyone, glad to see you back, glad to see you looking fresh, and today I wanted to talk about the Turtles and how I think right now it is probably the best time to be a Turtles fan. So recently there was a new TMNT film, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, which was really good. Had a really cool animation style. It was really fun to see it on the big screen, a lot of fun action, but most importantly I thought it was interesting because finally they remembered the teenage part of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Right there, the first thing, and I feel like most adaptations like to forget that part. At least for me, on the screen. I haven't read a lot of Turtles comics. I've read The Last Order, which we'll get to in a minute here. But I've mostly been a avid movie watcher, as you all know. I've seen every Turtles film, the original trilogy, which I think the first one's pretty good. I think the second one is better, and then obviously the third one's not as good as the other two. I liked the Bay ones enough. I thought the first one was okay. And most of the time, the action was kind of fun. I also haven't seen it since like 2014. So this is 2014 Dan's opinions talking. There was that one scene in the elevator which I really felt like, oh, that's the Turtles. That's what they're supposed to feel like. That part was good, but the rest of it was a solid action movie, but kind of forgettable. I did like the second one, though, Out of the Shadows. It had a lot more mutants running around. It had a lot more fun. It felt more like the cartoon, which I didn't really watch much as a kid. My brother, who was a few years older than me, was a fan of the Turtles when he was little. So when he grew out of them, I kind of adopted his Turtle stuff. I used to have a whole collection of toys of Turtles that I didn't even really know like what they were. I remember I had like different suits and different Turtles and different villains and stuff. I don't remember exactly all the villains and whatnot, but I do remember some of them. So that's where my initial exposure to the Turtles came from. And then eventually I found out, oh, it was like this cartoon. It was a big thing. Family friends had like VHS tapes of Turtles episodes. That's where I watched a couple episodes. I was being babysat once and they put it on because they're like, oh, I like Turtles, I like pizza. Why wouldn't I like this? And I remember watching it and thinking it was fine when I was a kid. I was very picky when it came to cartoons. If I didn't know what it was, then I didn't like it. But as soon as I knew what it was, I liked everything. So I was hesitant to the Turtles at first, but I eventually came around on them. So why do I say now is the best time? Well, I think that the movie was great. We haven't had a great Turtles movie in a while. The 2007 animated one was pretty good, and the one that came out on Netflix was pretty good as well. That was another good animated one. I do think it's a little overhyped, but it's still really good. I think this one's the best probably since the originals, and even then I think it's better than the original, so it's probably the best Turtles movie, period. So that's a big plus there. Obviously, you can go and enjoy all the other ones too. Like, there is a lot of Turtles movies, actually. They seem to be making more. Like, I think this one made enough money where we'll probably get another one. We'll probably get a show based on this one. There was a show for a long time. Nickelodeon owns the Turtles, so it's very much a kid show. I don't know if it's any good. I've heard it's good. I don't know, though. So, but also, the comics, like, we'll talk about The Last Runner now. This comic was really good. It was really, really good. I really enjoyed reading it. It was a very dark story in terms of the Turtles, in terms of a lot of stories. Actually, it's just a dark tale. It's about one turtle's left. The other ones have died. He's the last Ronin. Who is he? I won't say. But he needs to get vengeance for his fallen brothers. And it's a really cool tale, which is getting adapted into a video game soon. I hope the THQ does this game justice. I hope it's a lot of fun. I hope the combat's good. I heard rumblings that it was open world before the game even got announced. I don't think the game needs to be open world. I think a good story structure and a good level-based thing, kind of like an Uncharted. Obviously, Uncharted gameplay-wise is going to be different, but something like that, where it's open-ish levels, but it's a structured story, would work really well for this story. And then you could also do like the other turtles, because it doesn't just like drop you in and be like, there's one turtle left, and it doesn't talk about the other turtles. You see what happened to them, and to be able to play through those stories, I think would be really interesting. I think would be really exciting and really invigorating and really heartbreaking, because not a lot of games do that, where you're on a set path to fail. You know, playing through Crisis Core and knowing Zack is going to die the whole time. If you don't know, then you don't know. I think it might be more impactful. But if you played Final Fantasy VII, you know Zack isn't in that game, so you know something happened to him, and getting to play his story and learning what happened is really cool. Halo Reach, like, you watch your entire team one by one drop apart, and then at the end, you're left, and you need to survive as long as you can, but you know that's it for you. Red Dead Redemption, like, you play the whole game as John, and then at the end, like, that's it for you. It's the end of the line. Like, you're redeemed, but at what cost? And those 3 games are all excellent, and they all really play that story well. And it's amazing to see and to play those. And I really enjoy all 3 of those games. Even if it's just for a level, getting to play through and seeing the other 3 brothers, what happens with them, I think would be really good. I'm a little nervous because, like I said, Nickelodeon owns these, so it won't be as dark, as gritty, or as violent as they probably should be, but hey, we'll take what we can get. Also, in terms of video games, there's a lot. Like, they did a whole collection of old Turtles games, which that's really cool, porting them all into one spot. Like, Turtles have been known for having some both very ridiculously hard games, like brutally punishing NES games, and then some of the best beat-em-ups out there. And then we also had a new beat-em-up that came out last year, Shredder's Revenge, which was really good as well. So Turtles in the game sphere have been doing well. It was even cool to see them being included in Street Fighter, if only that the prices were outlandish and ridiculous, and Capcom probably shouldn't have charged that much. But hey, maybe it wasn't their decision, maybe it was Nickelodeon's, I don't know. All I know is the prices were way too much for that DLC. They were in Injustice 2 as well, so, like, they're not strangers to fighting games. So, that's a really cool inclusion in that game. I was always excited, and still, I think they're a lot of fun in that game. So, yeah, the Turtles are popping off in the game sphere. The comics are doing good. The movies are doing good. Like, everything. Everything's a huge plus for the Turtles. I don't know if there's a TV show currently. There might be. There might not be. I don't know. The one on Netflix was well received. I don't think that's continuing because of the new batch Mutant Mayhem ones. But I'm excited to see what they do with that set of characters and Turtles. Like, the ending was a big tease for what could be the sequel. So I'm excited for the future of that. I'm excited for Last Ronin. Like, they announced a prequel comic, so that's cool. And the game and everything. Exciting time to be a Turtles fan. So that'll about do it for me here. Who is your favorite turtle? Mine's always been Raphael. Please let me know in the comments below. Thank you so very much for watching, and as always, like this if you like this, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you at some point.